Welcome back, guys. Thank you for watching.
Welcome back to the show. Real quick on the Buffalo, I forgot the upset that they can get. I think they could beat the Houston Texans on their schedule. I think it's like week 6 that they play Houston. I know that's a stretch, but there's a lot of other teams I'm like, I don't know about. So I say they can get one on Houston.
Okay, this is going to be our AFC North Preview. It's going to be Pittsburgh's going to be our first team we're going to talk about. My ceiling for them is 12-4, and my floor for them is 10-6. My upset is going to be the Patriots. I think they win the division, and I think they do make the playoffs. Plus, my strengths for them is going to be wide receiver and running back. And my weaknesses is going to be linebacker, defensive backs. And my games to look out for is Ravens, Carolina, and Atlanta. So upset for both of us kind of means who we think they're going to beat that they shouldn't beat, or who think shouldn't beat them is going to beat them.
Right.
Ceiling is self-explanatory. Floor is the worst case scenario. And win the division, make playoffs, self-explanatory. And
right. Games
to look out for is teams they can lose to, or teams that's going to have a really good game.
Yep.
All right. All
right. I got Pittsburgh at 13-3 as their ceiling, and I got their floor at 11-5. Their upset, I think they could beat Jacksonville. That's a big game. Of course, man, just their upside is those killer bees, man. Brown, Bell, and Mr. Roethlisberger. I mean, you can't go wrong with those 3 guys. If they stay healthy, they got that's their chance of winning pretty much. I do think they're going to win the division, and I do think they'll make the playoffs. I say their downside to them is going to be their corner play. I don't know how well their corners are going to be. And linebacking, since that man in the beast in the middle, he's been hurt. He got hurt, and we don't know if he's ever going to play football again right this year. It's very questionable at linebacker now, so we'll see, man. I think they're still going to win the division and be on top of there.
Alrighty, Ravens going to be the next team we talk about. Ceiling for them is 10-6, and floor for them is 9-7. My upset is going to be the Los Angeles Chargers. Do they make the playoffs? I think they have definitely an opportunity to, and I don't think they're going to win the division. My strengths are going to be really the whole defense. They're really loaded. Outside of a really dominant pass rusher, I mean, I think Suggs is going to be still pretty good, but he's not a dominant pass rusher. So I might be proven wrong. He might have a really great year still. And my weakness is quarterback Joe Flacco and wide receiver. They don't have a really dominant one. They have Crabtree's pretty good, but he's not dominant. Right. And the games to look out for me is Pittsburgh, New Orleans Saints, Carolina, Atlanta, and Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm not as high as he is on Baltimore. I got them at their ceiling at 8-8 and their floor at 7-9. I think one of their upsets is they get a win over Pittsburgh. I think they split that series because it's always a smash mouth game between the Ravens and the Steelers. Of course, we know that's a heck of a rivalry. Yeah, I think one of their upsides is at offensive line. I think they got a decent offensive line. Man, their quarterback. Really, this is his year. If he's gonna, it's put up or shut up for Flacco.
Yep.
He either is going to play well and possibly get a contract extension, or get traded somewhere else because they got Action Jackson. Maybe they want to move on him, or he just does completely whack and he's going to be definitely going in.
Yeah.
I think one of their other downsides is going to be their wide receiver core. They don't really got too many people to throw to. So it's going to be difficult for the passing game. I think they got one of the most rising running backs in the league, Alex Collins. I think he's going to be an issue, man.
Yeah.
He's just a big boulder, man. He's a big old guy that wants to run you over and get yards. So I think he's going to be a really good upside for them. I don't think they make the playoffs, and I don't think they win the division either, of course. I think Steelers are going to win that. So, yeah, man, we'll see, though.
Alrighty, Browns. The Cleveland Browns will be the next team we talk about.
Brownies.
And my ceiling for them is going to be 6-10, and my floor for them is going to be 4-12. My upset is going to be the Ravens. Do they win the division or make the playoffs? No and no. My Strengths for them is going to be wide receiver. I think they have one of the best ones in the NFL. And defensive line, I think Myles Garrett's going to be a monster. Really, my weakness is defensive back. Just not a lot of experience and not a lot of proven track record. And their head coach, I just don't really like him a whole lot. I don't think he's a good coach. He's a decent person.
Yeah.
I think he's an offensive coordinator that's in a head coaching position. And games to look out for is the Ravens, Pittsburgh, New Orleans Saints, and Los Angeles Chargers. Denver, Houston, and Atlanta.
Yeah. I got Cleveland's ceiling at 6-10, and I got their floor at 4-12. I think they get an upset over Pittsburgh. I think that's another team that splits a division or splits the games in their division with Pittsburgh. Yeah, I think upside for the Browns is receiving core. They got some receivers, man. Slash tight end. I think I really like the Njoku kid. Yeah. I think he's a big old tall beast at tight end. I have to say one of their downsides of that team is offensive line. They looked really shaky at times. We watched preseason. There was some times that they just let guys just blast through them, and it didn't look good. So maybe they can switch that around. But yeah, I think that's one of their weaknesses is that offensive line. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs or win the division, of course. But yeah, man, maybe they can hopefully do better than what we expect. Tyrod Taylor's looking good, so who knows?
And Baker Mayfield's look good as well.
Yeah.
Bengals gonna be the last team we talk about. Alrighty, 5-11 is gonna be my ceiling for them, and 4-12 is gonna be my floor. Not too high on them. I don't think they'll make the playoffs or win a division. My upset pick for them is Denver. Pluses is gonna be running back and defensive line. And William Jackson's a monster. We don't necessarily pick out normal players, but he's an exception. He's amazing. PFF has him as the best corner in the NFL. So I think he's going to have a really great year. He was a slot corner last year for the most part, and I think he's going to step it up and be a full-time corner. My weaknesses is quarterback and offensive line. I'm just not a big dealer in Andy Dalton, and that line's not really that great. They're going to be better than they were last year, but I don't think they're still not going to be great. I think Joe Mixon's going to have a really good year. I think A.J. Green's going to have a bounce-back year, and I think John Ross has a decent year as well. But I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, though. I think they have a kind of crappy schedule and a crappy record, I think. Yeah. The games to look out for is the Ravens, Carolina, Atlanta, Pittsburgh, New Orleans, and Los Angeles Chargers.
All right, yeah, I'm not too high on Cincinnati either. I got their ceiling at 3-13 and the floor at 2-14. And I don't have them having a solid year either. I think one of their upsides is the running back though, Joe Mixon. I think Joe Mixon is a beast, and he's a boomer sooner, so of course I want him to do well. But downside for me, man, is quarterback play. I'm not sold on Andy Dalton, so. I think he's going to struggle again. Honestly, I think this is his make or break year as well. In my opinion, anyway. I think this is either the year he steps up and figures things out and finally gets the Bengals going, or he's just going to crash and fall again. And I think if that happens, I think it's time for him to go. For Christ's sakes, I think it's time for Marvin Lewis to go if they have another bad season. Jesus, man, they're like hanging on to him like he's the greatest thing ever, and he really ain't as a head coach. But of course, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Of course, I don't think they're going to win the division, and I think they upset. I think they upset them Carolina Panthers.
Alrighty, that's going to cover our North Division in the AFC, and appreciate you for watching.
Yep. Please like and subscribe.
Thank you.